So this problem is not asking us to graph the inverse. You can if you want. I'm not going to. I'm just going to use the ordered pairs to fill in the values for the inverse. So the function is showing in the graph right here. This is f of x. So these first two values are just f of x's right there. So when it says find f of 0, that's just saying, well, when x is 0, what's its corresponding y value? That's this ordered pair, which you could show as the ordered pair 0, 1, right? Because x is 0 there. So f of 0 equals 1, and again, that comes from the ordered pair 0, 1. And we're going to need that. But the second part, it says f of x equals 0. This is saying that y equals 0, which is really the x-intercept. Okay, so whatever this is, whatever the x value is, we know that the y value has to be 0. So that's an x-intercept, which we can see on the graph right here. That's where the y value is 0. But its corresponding x value I can see is 3. So if that's the case, then the x has to equal 3. So we get that ordered pair 3, 0. So when it wants the inverse of these, okay, so f inverse 1, this is saying when x is 0. That's when the y value that corresponds when x is 0 would be 3, because, again, you'd be looking at where x is 0 for f inverse of x, so you'd have to have inverted the 3, 0 to get that x is 0. So in the original, you could say, and I'm throwing out kind of everything against the wall, hoping something sticks, but you could say if you want f inverse of 0, you're looking for y equals 0 in the original. Okay, because that inverted will make the x value 0 on this one. The next one, so we're looking for the x value. This is when y equals 0 for our inverse. So it's like y inverse equals 0. But again, in order for that to happen, then you'd have to actually, for the inverse, you'd have to have a y value that's 0. That comes from flipping what was the y-intercept, so that would end up being 1, 0, x equals 1. Now, at this point, yeah, maybe it would be beneficial to see this actually graphed. So 0, 1, it becomes this point at 1, 0, inverted. And then that red point at 3, 0, inverted becomes 0, 3 right here. And so now if you see this graph, again, maybe it's a little bit better, but I hope it is. Yeah, now again, you can see it's saying, well, when the function is inverted, f inverse, that's the purple line that I have, it's looking for x is 0. You can see that's 3. Or when f inverse of x equals 0, that's saying the y is 0, and then you can see that's at 1, 0.